Well,
There's always something.
I'll wait.
Here we go. Yeah, and now we're looking pretty. Hang on.
Yep.
And there.
Are we good now?
Are we? Are we good?
I would like to think
You're
so.
the one who's the head of the show. You tell me if we're good.
We're good. Welcome, everyone, to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yep. And as you can see, we're running one head short tonight.
Angel Mendes will not be joining us. He's a little under the weather, feeling ill for the weekend, but he will be back next Saturday.
Yep, he's with us in spirit, and I seriously hope that he's okay. And, of course, he's more than welcome to join us on the chat. Jose, go ahead and introduce us.
Absolutely. My name is Jose Casabona. I am the host of the Ravens Flock and also host of Wrestle Rewind. Joining me on my right is the man who puts in the man hours behind the video content of all the videos that we put out for our channels, the host of the Black Files, Mr. Juan Arouse.
Welcome. Hello.
And yes,
Thank
folks,
you,
we are currently simulcasting on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TheRavensFlock and twitch.tv/TheRavensFlock online. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell right down here.
Where Angel's knee would traditionally be. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell
To stay up to date on
and
all
and
of
to
our...
wish Angel and his knee a speedy recovery.
Ah, yes, thank you. And to stay up to date on all of our video content, we produce videos every single week. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, whichever you're watching, make sure to leave it in the comment section below, and we will answer to each and every one of them during the duration that we are live.
Yep. And just to answer some, a little more questions before we get into the nitty gritty tonight. Yeah, with what was going on with Angel and other extenuating circumstances, we paused today's episode of Los Amigos Play. It didn't feel right going back into Doom without him, so hang on a minute. Let me go ahead and see if I can adjust our volume. Let me just do that. Joseph, tell me how you feel.
I feel ecstatic.
All right, and let's see
fine.
Now let's see. Yep, the folks on the chat. We've got Mimi and Billy on the chat. Good evening, folks.
Good evening.
Wherever you are.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Well, it should be, but it really isn't. The point is, we just didn't feel like it would be right to get back into Doom and keep Angel away from the fun of ripping and tearing and hacking and slashing and giving him his much-needed fix of the good old ultra-violence, as he loves to say.
Part of the experience of Los Amigos Play usually comes when we have all hands on deck.
Yep. Like, we want a whole gaggle of flockers with us. We can only get so many of us in at a time. Everyone's got either a convention that they're working on, or their job, or just crap happening. So that's why it's usually just the three of us. But with Angel out of commission for this weekend, just the two of us here. But that's fine.
That's okay. That's all right.
He'll be okay, and he'll be back next week. I'm pretty sure of it.
Well, like you said, he's with us in spirit. And you know what? If he was here right now, he would be more than jubilated to talk about the first thing that we're going to be talking about. Oh, yes. You know where I'm going with. You know where I'm going with. Folks who are watching right now, it has been an extremely long time since Anime Matsuri has come up in discussion. But more importantly, when was the last time, I don't want to use the word trash, but when was the last time we talked about a convention that really didn't sit well with us?
I will tell you when. It was in January when we were first coming back over here, and there was a convention that was held down in Miami, Florida, where they still had no social distancing. They had no mask requirements. They had they had no COVID protection, and that it was an Anime Fest or whatever. I don't even remember.
I believe
what
so, but you do have a point.
That convention in Miami ended up being a goddamn COVID-19 death trap. Ugh. So yes, we're starting off with talking about the Houston, Texas-based, currently occurring right now, Anime Matsuri. It is
literally the devil's taint of anime conventions.
Ooh. Okay. For those of you who are not familiar with our beef with this convention, what do you call it? I totally understand if you, Billy, if you can't stay long, you're gonna get filled in as quick as we can. Basically, Anime Matsuri is a very large, very well established, very lucrative anime convention held in Houston, Texas. Of course, they canceled last year like everyone else did because of the bloody virus, but they decided to come back in this year. One of the first, we're folks like us, folks like the Ravens Flock, we're gauging these conventions and other conventions here local to us. We're gauging those to see how well they're going to be regulated in terms of the virus, how well they're going to be regulated in terms of what they're providing in terms of entertainment and stuff. But over the years, tons of different complaints have come out regarding Anime Matsuri, specifically lots of horrible, disgusting mistreatment of volunteers, of attendees, of staff, and even of guests.
Yeah.
They would make I was actually on last night with our cohorts who are local in Texas over there, Jesse Goku.
Yeah, from Geeks 5 Ever.
Yep. And the craziness about it is that we were discussing Anime Matsuri, and he was filling folks in with like the Cliff Notes version of it all. Denise and John Lay are the co-owners of the convention. Yes, they're a couple. And they have had different lawsuits lobbying against them, from anywhere between different vendors to guest representatives, like representatives of like different talent that show up, to even the venue itself.
Jesus,
because they would not provide security, they would not provide like different different compensation for folks.
And we are not the only YouTube channel that has called them out on this.
Exactly. Our involvement actually was sparked by another YouTube channel, which is called Scarfing Scarves, hosted by a very talented, sweet psychopath that I come to adore. Her name is Tyler Willis, and she hosts the show Last Week Lolita News, where her entire channel is basically discussing Lolita fashion culture. I still don't know the first thing after all these years of watching her channel. I still don't know the first thing about Lolita culture in terms of fashion, in terms of coordination, in terms of the brands, in terms of the community on there. I'm not that ingrained on it, but I admire her passion. I admire her brutal honesty. She is like, I would like to say she's like an honorary. We'd like to say that she's an honorary flocker.
She's an honorary ally of the Ravens flock.
Specifically because she's not afraid to talk shit either.
No, she's not.
And she specifically was talking shit about Anime Matsuri because of the multiple allegations of, well, there's no way around it, sexual misconduct and mistreatment by John Lay himself, the owner of the convention, one of the two owners, which was corroborated with different testimonies and corroborated with different people's accounts on it.
Yeah, by all means, dude, you're on a roll here.
But the point is, she was giving criticism and commentary on it on her channel because it was the specific situation she was talking about involved Lolita fashion. And this guy who runs this convention was so thin-skinned that he went ahead and tried to put a cease and desist order on her and tried to get her YouTube channel terminated.
My goodness.
That's when the Ravens flock showed up and we did our own little discussion about the damn thing.
Yes. And I think this was, 2018, 2019?
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting. And we wanted to...
No, I'm saying the last time when
It was 2018.
Okay.
And we discussed it, and this guy was a disgusting piece of crap. And, of course, and by that point, the cease and desist letters were rescinded. Mm-hmm. So, yay, small victory for the little guys.
That's good.
The point is, we were fine with leaving it at that. We were fine with just leaving the situation of Anime Matsuri at that, because there are other folks who are trying to actually work on
bringing down
this convention.
Bringing down the convention and the organizers.
And for the record, we don't do this shit because we don't like cons. Quite the opposite. We love conventions.
But if there's scummy shit that's happening during the conventions, we have to call it out. We have to be overt about this.
And there's no two ways about it. If they're being pervy sexual assholes, we're going to call them out on it. Like, I will be the first person to admit, and I said it last night on Jesse Goku's podcast on Geeks 5 Ever, I will be the first one to admit my carnal appetites, if you would, are as much healthier than my actual health. All right, I am very much attracted to ladies, and I am very much a connoisseur of the feminine form in all its glory. So I will be the first to admit that.
Okay.
However, what you don't do, you don't use a position of power like being a convention owner in order to try and coerce women sexually or to mistreat people in a sexual manner.
It's a shame that it's a shame that right now we have to address this, and we've been addressing this for who knows how many times.
Yeah,
over the years.
because of course John Lay isn't the only one who does this crap, and we're completely pissed off about it. But lo and behold, a few days ago on the Twitter sphere, if as the children would call it these days, a crazy letter was circulating, and this was actually reposted by fellow YouTuber Mars Girl, who happens to be another YouTube commentator who talks major crazy shit about other people as well. And
I have the letter right here. I can read it in verbatim right now.
You're gonna love this.
All right.
You're gonna love this.
Let me go ahead and read it out to you guys. Mind you, this letter is titled "Anime Matsuri First Porn Experience."
Now, this is supposedly
just to set the tone.
Like, this is supposedly is being sent out by one of the guests at this year's Anime Matsuri. Her name is, what is it again? Kaho Shibuya. All right, she's a Japanese voice actress. She's a model. She's a cosplayer. She flew in from Japan. She's in Houston right now, and supposedly she sent this mass email out to every single guest and every single administrator in Anime Matsuri. Jose, take it away.
All right,
and folks,
here we go.
Try not to laugh.
So, and I quote, "To all the guests and artists, this is Kaho Shibuya, the guest and host of Hentai Fest. After discussing with Denise and John Lay, I am excited to announce that this year Anime Matsuri will hold a anime sex party at 1 a.m. July 13th in Shibuya Crossing Stage for guests and artists, where I will give out the best AV experience for you guys in costumes. In this party, me and AM babies will offer blowjobs, hand jobs, and tit jobs with sexual conversations. At the end of the party, the luckiest person will spend a night with me at Marriott Marquis Houston in July 14th with full service. This will be decided through a raffle, which is available for everyone to participate. Anyone who wants to join the raffle can send an email with name and booth position to Mr. Jacob Takanashi, Project and International Relations. Hopefully, and also to Mr. Robert Bell, my manager. Hopefully, after a year without cons, Anime Matsuri will bring you the best experience ever. Thank you, Denise and John, for helping me getting vaccination without paying any fees. Thank you, Kim Nguyen and Sentai Squad, for sponsoring this event. I hope everyone will have amazing experiences in here, especially with all the parties and shows. They have put all their effort to make it happen. If you want to meet for reservations, you can come to the guest booth in Hall D. I will be there doing the signing on July 9th through the 11th. Love you all. XOXO. Keho.
You did not mishear any of that. All of that was 100% legit in this email. Now, you're probably watching right now. You're probably wondering, what in the actual fuck? What in the hell was this? Now, Mars Girl herself has actually said in the tweet in which she reposted the image on this, Jacob Takanashi claims it is fake, but if it isn't, in parentheses, and it appears that at least a handful of Anime Matsuri guests received this email, whether it's real or not, it implicates that the AV idol herself, her managers, the Anime Matsuri chairs, and the host of the car show in soliciting prostitution, which is a crime in Texas.
Yeah.
So, either one of two things is going on. Either this was legit. Yeah, okay, so our mics are distorting. We're too loud. Okay, now we're too loud.
Now apparently we're too loud. I wasn't even talking in my loud.
Okay, so either one of two things is going on. Either somebody got a hold of the entire guest list of Anime Matsuri and their administrator and their guests and people who work there, and they pulled this gross fucking beautiful mess of a prank email to them all. or somebody's covering for some pretty dodgy shit.
Now, here's the thing. We've been to who knows how many conventions now, and it's no surprise to those of us who attend that they do have 18+ events late in the evening. It happens. It's a thing. It's a thing for all conventions. Well, depending on what type of what convention it is, but this is just no.
No. You gotta understand, folks. Something like this goes on. It's crazy. Now
that is wrong. Yeah, no, that is criminally wrong. That is wrong in more than one way.
Now, here's what's up. Here we got to tell you guys right now, because this is an ugly truth and this is something crazy that does go on in conventions. Folks, especially in the geek community, we've got sexual appetites. Folks are going to hook up at conventions, sometimes more than one person at a time. It's unavoidable. It's not going to happen. But under no circumstance will you ever actually find a convention hosted sex party in any way, shape, or form. No. The only time I could even conceive of anything like that even possible is if the convention itself was rated as an 18+ event in some state where such activities could not be considered criminal.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Like they said, in Texas, apparently that's considered soliciting prostitution, and that's not cool.
No.
Not because we don't enjoy that, because obviously we're not here to kink shame or shame any sex workers or anything like that, but more to the point that fucking Texas has crappy laws about it, and you don't want to get in trouble for wanting to get your freak on. Nobody would like that. That would be rude.
Yeah, no.
You're over here getting your freaky deaky, and then the cops bust.
I want to
down the
have
door.
fun,
That
but I
sucks.
don't want. I want to have fun, but I don't want to spend the weekend in jail.
No, we do not. We do not want to go to Orient Road, for crying out loud. The point is, this either shows one of two things. Either A, somebody snowed over Anime Matsuri like a motherfucker and got away with it, and now they've thrown the entire validity of that up in the air, which will cast a shadow of distrust and disrespect on Anime Matsuri, one that's building on top of the crap they've already got on themselves. Or two, like somebody's really trying to actually organize a sex orgy and was name dropping the owners of the convention to like try to give it legitimacy. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, and you said that last night on the podcast on Geeks 5 Ever, Jesse Goku Black was actually like that subject actually did come up on it, right?
Yeah, no, like we were basically talking like, okay, either these guys got duped or they're trying to actually do something legitimate like that, and that's clearly not allowed. It's very likely 95% sure that it was a prank pulled by somebody, and the folks at Anime Matsuri have crappy cybersecurity. You know, that's like the simplest explanation tends to be the correct one if all elements are to be treated as equal. So, what do you call it? Yeah, we're going to actually get to the comments in a little bit, guys, and I'm really excited to see everybody talking tonight. We do actually want to hear your thoughts about Anime Matsuri. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know. And of course, we're not just about like, oh, blindly hating a convention. Go ahead and look up the crap that Anime Matsuri has gotten away with. There is a page on Twitter. There's a whole campaign on social media called Boycott Anime Matsuri. It's one of the hashtags on tonight's show. Go ahead and look them up. You'll see that they've dealt with a lot of crazy stuff. So our own ire about Anime Matsuri is very well founded. But in terms of this crap, we want to hear what you think about it. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know in the live chat.
Well, let me ask you a couple questions here,
Yeah,
because
real
despite
quick.
all the crap that's been going on, Anime Matsuri, it's still running annually and it's still drawing money. Let me ask you this. With this shit being outed now publicly, do you think that will be the nail to the coffin?
I don't know. I really don't know, because it's very easy to say that was a prank, that was somebody who tried to pull one over on them. That's very easy to say.
No, I get it. But let's say for argument's sake, what if it's not a prank?
That's just it. If it's not a prank, then everybody's in deep shit. The problem is they can't prove it one way or another, except of course if they're able to backtrack who actually initiated that email and who was responsible for letting that email get to everyone who operates at Anime Matsuri. So that's on them.
That is true. In any case, this is a huge fucking like black eye to their like a black mark to their record.
As
now.
if they didn't already have them. Let's go ahead and get into the chat real quick. Let's see. I'm actually starting up here on the top. Mimi was actually saying, like, of course, Billy was wishing Angel a speedy recovery. Billy was saying, I just finished Arkham Asylum today. I love the vibe, but I felt the bosses in Origins are better in terms of difficulty. Haven't gotten into Arkham City yet. Was also talking about, in my country, there was supposed to be a convention held this month, but delayed due to COVID. It's primarily for anime, but gaming-related things are allowed as well. The last time I went to it was 2 years ago before COVID. Good times. And Mimi was saying, I was planning on going to Comic-Con at Tampa Bay this month, but for my own safety, I don't think I'll be going, to be honest. Don't blame you.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't be going to Tampa Bay Comic-Con only because of, well, they have, we've had a little run-in with them ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
They don't really like the Ravens flock, so
they don't.
That's their fault. Let's see. And
plus they're too basic for us.
Yeah, pretty basic. Stacy Freeman was on the chat. Thank you for letting us know about the mic, Stacy. Hopefully this is better. Mr. Geek Me Out, what do you think of the return of Championship of Wrestling from Florida? Thank you for joining us tonight, Mr. Geek Me Out. Honestly, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
Championship Wrestling from Florida?
Yeah, no, like no, FCW. That's not.
Oh yeah,
back, is it?
No, it's not. No, I've never heard the rumor. No, I don't think it's FCW. That's Florida Championship Wrestling. But he said Championship Wrestling. I don't know if that's the same thing. That's something I haven't been heard of. I've been keeping my ear on the ground on wrestling news. That has something that I have not heard of thus far, but I will look into it. It would be interesting. Well, here's the thing. To give a little history lesson, Florida Championship Wrestling, like yes, it was
very quick.
It was a developmental wrestling territory right here in Tampa, Florida, and eventually
it was really let's not beat around the bush. It was a training camp for the WWE.
I was getting to that. It was a training camp for wrestlers to be to go up to the WWE until around 2012 or 2013, whichever year it was, where FCW got bought out and it turned into the developmental brand of WWE NXT run by Triple H.
Yep. So this is actually the first we're hearing that there's going to be like a new Championship Wrestling from Florida.
I'll look into it, but I don't think anything's going to come up. But thank you for mentioning that.
Right. No, thank you for that. We'll actually go ahead and look into that as well. Also on the chat, we've got, let me see here. I'm actually double checking. Hysterical is a fucking understatement. Yep. And Mimi saying, what is the sex party rated 18 plus? I assume it is, but like, yeah, of course it's like supposed to be like an 18 plus thing, but we're basically saying like this seems like it was a giant prank, but on the other hand, if it was real, holy fuck, what a
they'd be in trouble.
Brandon Ogden's on the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight, Brandon. You're excited about Star Wars Visions that's coming up this September.
Oh yes, we're going to be getting to that very shortly.
Let's see, Mimi Morg. It's wild knowing that people still go to that convention. Yeah, it is. It's kind of messed up. That's because most folks don't really pay too much attention to things like the Boycott Anime Matsuri campaign.
No, because from the eyes of the customer, like the eyes of the customer, they don't care. They just want to go to a con.
Right.
They just want to spend money. They just want to have fun.
Right, exactly. Stacy Freeman's also asking, how about Nick Ricletta being invited to speak? Ricada being invited to speak even after he screamed anti-LGBTQ slurs online. I'm just trying to. I'm actually wanting to know where was he being invited to speak to. We can actually look that up and we can get back to him on that.
Please do, but I can already tell just by that comment that he's already a piece of shit.
Yeah, and Billy was asking, in case you missed it, what in the actual literal fuck did you spew forth, Jose, about that email? There was orgy and hentai. Yeah, no. The email supposedly was... Okay,
go on.
Just to give you one brief recap here, Billy. The email is supposedly came from... Kaho Shibuya, which is a guest right now at Anime Matsuri. She's a voice actress, she's a cosplayer, she's a model, she's very cute, very sexy, and apparently she was inviting everyone to an official Anime Matsuri sex party. And that email was sent to all guests and all staff of Anime Matsuri. So no one could tell whether or not if it was legit. Anime Matsuri is doing damage control. It looks like it's a giant prank. There's a lot of misspellings in it as well, but if it's a giant prank, that just shows they're incompetent.
Yeah.
Over at Anime Matsuri. If it's not a giant prank, then it shows that Anime Matsuri is trying to have an official orgy, even though you can't have that in Texas.
But in either case,
but
they're
it
trying
is
to put on
absolutely disgusting, and it is hilarious as well.
and they're
So you're
still
right
trying to
about
put on a happy image. No, Anime Matsuri is a safe haven.
Oh,
for
that's
all.
yeah. No. Oh, that's what that is. Oh, Ricada had Stacey Freeman's asking, saying Ricada had a panel against woke culture earlier today. Okay, so that's what because I saw a bit of that earlier today while I was doing the research for this email and the other stuff.
Right.
Okay. This dude, this person, what do you call it? Nick Ricada. Apparently, there was a panel that's set up in Anime Matsuri about how the evils and dangers of woke culture are destroying all of anime in the fandom and the community is all destroying, and how dare the like woke culture be so out there. And in the meantime, he's over here fucking throwing homophobic and transphobic and anti-LGBTQ slurs. Like,
fucking hell.
fucking really,
Yeah.
really, brother. Like, you got no room to talk. You can shut the fuck up right there.
What's his
Okay.
reputation? What does he even do?
I don't know. I only knew about the panel. I didn't know who it was hosting. I don't really have I don't even have like a background on this. So we're going to go ahead and look into that later.
Right.
Probably after the show. We might do a follow-up on it next week. Go ahead and tell them that we're going to have a guest next week.
Oh, yeah. Next week, right here on the Ravens Flock, we will have Jesse Goku from Geeks 5 Ever. It's been a good hot minute since we've had any guests here on our channel. He'll be joining us. He'll be joining us when we talk about our weekly nerd-related topics, of course. And overall, we're just going to have a great time. It's always been a great time. I actually been invited as a guest on their Geeks 5 Ever podcast myself. And these guys are a large group of awesome, chill nerds. Like, they're just laid back, relax. They do get into like intense discussions, such as Anime Matsuri. However, they still manage to try and keep the atmosphere a little bit more relaxed. They try to add a little bit of levity to the conversation.
Yep, they're allies to the Ravens flock, and we are allies to them. They are badasses over there in Texas, and
I will come to Texas to have a beer with Geeks 5 Ever. I will not come to Texas to spend money on Anime Matsuri.
No, for real, that would be a terrible idea. Mr. Geek Me, I was saying I met Kevin Sullivan at the CWF, and it was at the Cuban Civic Club last night. Okay.
Oh, okay. No wonder I haven't heard of it. That was a little more localized
And much more.
And yes,
immediate.
I do know
I
who
thought
Kevin. I know who Kevin Sullivan is.
I know who Kevin Sullivan is too, but you'll have to excuse me. I'll have to pull a little line from CM Punk here. OMG, Kevin Sullivan, WTF, thought he was dead, LOL.
Yeah. I'm not going to. Okay, yeah. No wonder I haven't heard of it. That was a more smaller. I hate saying smaller, but that's what it is. It's more smaller, more localized event. Again, that's something I'm going to have to look into. But hey, shit, Kevin Sullivan. Like, he actually is one of the backstage producers for AEW right now.
Ain't he just?
You know what? I'm gonna stop right there before I let off another like powder keg on you.
Yeah, no, please. I'm trying. Thankfully, we don't have any gigantic pro wrestling news this week.
No, but we have.
So
some
we're sparing
awesome,
Angel.
Entertaining news here. Juan, let me ask you a question. Are you a hardcore Star Wars fan? That's a dumb question.
That's a dumb question.
That's a follow-up question. Do you like anime? That's an obvious yes. Follow-up question to the follow-up question. Did you enjoy watching The Animatrix and Halo Legends? What if I told you you can have all that wrapped in one giant present in the form of a new Star Wars series that's coming out soon? What if I told you that you can have Star Wars and anime together? You probably think that that's a stupid or crazy idea. That would never happen, now would it? Fucking hell.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh, you are hitting every single synapse in my happy brain juicing now.
Oh boy, let's go ahead and talk about it because someone in the comments already mentioned it, so we might as well bring it up right now. Star Wars Visions. And it's exactly what I said. It is anime and Star Wars mixed together in one nice, delicious plate of Nacho Supreme.
And not the crappy Nacho Supreme you're getting now. The Nacho Supreme from the 90s that had actual full-on ground beef, that had actually refried beans made fresh, and had guacamole and cheese, and nacho cheese and sour cream all at once in one beautiful form. And the nachos weren't stale. The good nachos.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I really hope I was right when I was talking about this, Star Wars Visions, basically, it's going to be a collection of different anime, like little anime episodes telling like individual stories within the Star Wars universe, right? Following the same formula as the Animatrix, following the same formula as Halo Legends.
Yeah, and of course also following the formula that was put out by the animated anthology Batman Gotham Knight.
Yeah! Oh my god, how the hell? No, I have to hang my head in shame. How did I miss that one? Now I'm ashamed of myself.
You be ashamed. Hang your head in shame. Hang it more. More. Damn
it, Wancho! Jesus, I can't bend that much.
That's because you can't hang.
Oh, asshole.
No, I'm kidding.
But anyhow, do we have an idea? Any more details? Like, do we know how many episodes will be coming out?
Well, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the article for that now, if you'll give me a moment.
Yeah, go right ahead. One thing that all the other shows have in common: Batman, Gotham Knight, Halo Legends, The Animatrix. They all had 12 animated episodes each, and each episode has a different art style to it. Some of them look like they're from anime, some of them are CG, some of them are different forms of animation. So yeah, it's
all right. So from what I can tell here, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different episodes, all of them starting to premiere.
9, not 12. 9.
No, this one has 9. No, the Animatrix is the only one that had 12 because that was fucking gigantic.
No, the Animatrix had 9.
Oh yeah, no, that
the
is
Animatrix had 9.
My bad.
Halo Legends had 9. Gotham 9 had 9. The rule, like, what is it with just 9? Why 9?
It's so weird, isn't it?
It is. But
like
you know,
trilogy of trilogies rule. I don't fucking know. But they're apparently set to debut on Disney Plus starting September 22nd.
Yeah!
So it's a little bit of a ways away. We still have a little more than 2 months to go, but we are very, very much excited for this beauty.
Oh, Wancho, I know you're going to be glued onto Disney Plus watching this, aren't you?
Yes, I'm going to have to steal your password. And by steal your password, I mean I'm going to reset your password so you can't log in. Only I can log in.
You bastard!
Yep, you're damn right I am. But that's because I love you. But mostly because I love anime and Star Wars, but not that much you. The point is, we've got different directors over here. We've got different stories coming up. They've even released the titles of them. You're gonna love this. There's The Village Bride. There's T0B1. The Ninth Jedi. There is Tatooine Rhapsody. Another one called The Duel. Okay, so it looks like every one of these is actually being released all on September 22nd. We've got different studios. We've got Geno Studio. We've got Studio Colorido. We've got Science Saru, Kinema Circus, etc. And one of our favorite production studios, Production IG.
Yeah!
Yep. And Kenji Kamiyama himself, the director of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, is behind The Ninth Jedi, which is Production IG's contribution.
Bro,
so
that's awesome.
That is just there again. Happy juices are shooting in the brain right now, and I could not be more excited. It is going to be beautiful.
What about you, folks? Are you excited? Are you a fan of anime? Are you a fan of Star Wars? Are you going to be watching Star Wars Visions like this freak job over here?
Hang on. Where did you point it?
I pointed at your hair. Your hair sucked in my finger. Oh, so I'm the freak job?
Yes, you are. The point is,
are you going to be watching it? Let us know in the comments.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be beautiful just from the look of it.
Yeah.
Real quick on the chat. Lady Baron's on the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight, Lady Baron. Saying I just don't understand woke culture. Mimi's also asking, man, what the fuck is woke culture with crying face emojis? Basically, it's been lumped into a stereotype of being politically correct for its own sake, and if you're not always honoring everyone's pronouns if you don't know them, or if you're not representing more like non-heteronormative people of color, especially if they're not women, then you're like the most horrible person ever on the face of the planet. It's been lumped into this crap, and I know that me, a Hispanic dude who looks, who's not as brown as most other Hispanic guys are, who speaks English primarily, is cisgendered, heteronormative, and a dude who enjoys ladies very much so.
We both are.
I know I'm the last guy to be talking about that stuff, but at the same time, I also have enough fucking sense to be able to
educate yourself.
Exactly.
Educate ourselves. Education is the most important thing in this.
So, like, just going back to what was going on in that panel, supposedly, this one guy who's an asshole was going on about how woke culture is destroying fun and anime and entertainment. How dare he?
No, it's not. The guy's just being a friggin' idiot.
And the guy also happens to be homophobic too, so shows what we know. Also on the chat, Billy is saying you guys should talk about Assassin's Creed being handled by Ubisoft Quebec, developers of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Assassin's Creed Syndicate. In the future, next stream, or when Angel's back safe and sound. This is disappointing news to me, since I despise Ubisoft Quebec as a development studio. And he's also said, speaking of anime, there is also this short film that's to be released before season 2 of The Witcher. All of that and more part of WitcherCon, which is a collaboration between Netflix and CDPR. We were actually, I actually saw the bit about there being like an anime preview to season 2 of The Witcher. But since that's really just like a little blurb, we know that The Witcher 2 season 2 is coming.
Yeah.
We're hyped for that, but that wasn't as meaty of a story to talk about. And Billy's also saying that he's petitioning to reset Jose's password. Done.
Billy, I will come and get you. I will fly to Egypt, and I will find you, and I will make sure that you don't go anywhere near a computer screen, much less a video game console.
Looks like there's looks like I found 4 terabytes of hentai on here, sir.
Hey, give me that!
Yeah. And hang on. Change the email.
I don't need this. I'm followed by Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret.
He has nothing to do with this. Don't drag Brian Zane into problems that you can't solve on your own. See, check it. I'm in his Disney Plus right now. Let's see here.
Give me that.
Yeah. No, we can't unlock. Nope. Okay,
Give
fine.
me that. Piss off.
Maybe later.
And you too, Billy.
How dare you? Okay, Liam Neeson, Jose saying over here. No, Billy saying to you, like, okay, yeah, sure, you're gonna fly out to him. Nice going.
Don't tempt me. Do not test my commitment.
See, I don't think there's a matter of testing your commitment. I believe what you're really trying to ask him. I believe what you really need to ask yourself, and what everyone watching needs to ask yourself as well. 2 simple words. What if? What if Jose really did have the ability to follow through on his threat, fly over to the opposite side of the planet, and beat up a perfect stranger just for egging him on a bad internet joke? What if I'm using this as this diatribe as a gigantically ham-fisted segue to talk about another animated series that we're excited about and that I really don't have that much to say about, but I'm padding it out for time? What if all of this is just a really bad segue? What if I repeated my point 2 times in a row? And what if you noticed?
I would say that temporarily we switched places. I'm Juan Arouse and you're Jose Casabona.
Does that mean I'm the head of the Ravens flock? I guess it does. First order of business, no more wrestling talk. It's repetitive and silly.
Yes, but as a sign of commitment, you must also shave your head.
No, as a sign of commitment, you need to grow your hair out. I'm the head of the Ravens flock now. I'm Jose Casabona, and I'm saying that you need hair.
Oh, stop it.
Also, Juan, do you know how to work this camera? Do you know how to work these computer programs? I don't think so. You need to get good, scrub. Okay,
stop it. I am good. I don't need to. I don't need to be tech savvy to be good. All right. But yes, Marvel's What If is an animated series of basically different like points of reality because they highlight every event that happened in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they're giving a different twist.
Yep, I'm loving it over here. They've already released a trailer for it. It's another animated series coming out on Disney Plus. They've given us different scenarios, such as what if Agent Peggy Carter was the one to take the super soldier serum instead of Steve Rogers?
Yes!
What if instead of abducting Peter Quill, the Ravagers come to Wakanda and abduct Prince T'Challa as a boy?
That would be so cool.
What if, along with being your friendly neighborhood web-slinging Spider-Man, he was Peter Parker also became a master of the mystic arts? It's so fucking weird. I love it.
I know. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
I don't know
Obviously,
if this is going to be another collection of animated of standalone animated episodes.
I think this was more of like a 6-part miniseries kind of thing because they also bring up Marvel Zombies.
Oh,
Who doesn't love Marvel Zombies? I do.
I love Marvel Zombies.
Actually, I don't because I actually read a little bit of it and I hated it because it was horrifying. It was absolutely horrifying and it was beautiful and terrifying at the same time. Oh, snap. But wait, are these guys planning for 2 seasons? What the hell? No. What the fuck? Are you serious? Okay, well, this is coming out when? When the hell is it coming out? What the fuck?
Isn't the release date right there?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, why don't you Google search it? Ask the question.
All right, here we go. Yeah, no, it's coming out actually next month, August 11th.
Yes.
It's August 11th, 2021 on Disney Plus as well, and they're going to have 10 episodes.
And you bet your ass that I'm going to be glued to Disney Plus watching this, and I'm going to have the parental lock against him.
You can't have the parental lock. I changed the password. What if Jose cannot use the parental lock? No. Okay, I know I'm hamming it up here, folks. But
you are hamming it up. You're having way too much fun. But you know what? That's good. We're
allowed to have fun.
I would rather you have fun than be angry, because nobody likes being angry.
No, for real. This is we're trying to keep this this episode nice and sweet and to the point here. So we're running a little quicker than we normally do. But the point is, I'm actually loving our episode of.
Hang on a minute. Do we have a comment on Twitch?
On the Twitch chat? Von Tronium saying Ted DiBiase ? That was when I gave my big.
Yeah. Ted DiBiase would be totally proud. Maybe he should give you the $1 million title.
Is this guy for real?
Nah, he already gave it to LA Knight.
If I'm gonna have $1 million title, I want the $1 million. You can keep the belt. That belt is fugly with a capital Fug.
But that makes you $1 million megastar.
I just want the money. Give me that money, DiBiase and DiBiase Jr.
All right, let's get to the comments here. Billy has been on a roll with these comments here.
Yeah, but first we definitely want to hear what you think. We definitely want to we get your reactions on this. Of course, the trailer is out. People have been reacting on it left and right. There was this one little neat shot of Captain Peggy Carter with the vibranium British Union Jack flag.
Does that make her Captain Britain?
No, there's a different Captain Britain.
Okay.
No, and she's riding on top of, I'm guessing it's either Howard Stark or Steve Rogers in a steampunk Iron Man suit.
Dude.
So it's like, I don't know who's in the suit. I didn't catch that part in the trailer, but he's got a giant jet fuel rocket pack. He looks like the Rocketeer and the Iron Giant put together in like the Mark I style Iron Man suit. It looks beautiful.
Which is funny because I kind of felt like that was a shout out to the director of Captain America: The First Avenger,
who was Joe Johnston,
who directed the Rocketeer. Yeah.
Yep. And
was that intentional?
Maybe.
Who
knows? But another thing that came out is that apparently the voice actor who's doing T'Challa is actually the last recorded performance of Chadwick Boseman in the role.
No way!
Yeah, apparently he's did the voice work for that before his untimely passing last year.
Wow.
So seeing the sober beautiful voice of Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa.
That would be so
dancing
awesome.
and getting a groove on with avatars. That's fucking awesome.
That would be friggin' cool. Oh man.
So yeah, we want to hear your thoughts. Leave us your comments below on the chat in the after show. We're cutting up the episodes and we're releasing everything here because we want to hear from you. We want to know your thoughts.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, Billy's definitely got plenty of thoughts on the chat. He was saying, "Can you raise your glasses? It doesn't look scary enough." He was saying, "What if it's rigged from the start?" Haha. Love it. Speaking of horrifying, off topic, but part of the thing that scared me most in a game is the Doctor Who reference level in Arkham Knight near the end of the game. I haven't played Arkham Knight. I don't know what you mean, but it sounds crazy if they're pulling a Doctor Who reference. A friend of mine was on the call with me as I got scared and laughed at me, the dumbass. How dare he? Ha. I haven't seen anything about Marvel related since Endgame, so that should tell you something. And Lady Baron on the chat saying, "Think the Ms. Marvel series is coming after the What If series." You're probably right, because like they're very close in post production with the Ms. Marvel TV series, and I still have very high hopes for that. So, snap. Okay. All right, yeah, no, it's pretty much as far as the releases of these Marvel TV shows, I'm all for it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next.
Yes, indeed, I'm very happy. I like that Marvel Studios is continuing to expand their universes with different shows. Like we're already craving like the episodes of Loki that we've been watching lately. They've done a great job with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They've done a
Captain
great
America and
Captain America and the Winter Soldier. WandaVision definitely, gave us a little bit of a fraction of what to possibly expect in the upcoming Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
Yes, and I don't know. Like, I know people will argue about it. Like, and I know that I'm not sure if this was ever mentioned on the program, but I know that Angel's argument is like Angel argued about it, saying like, "Hey, man, I just want certain things to end," and I'm like, it's not going to end because much like the comics, they're going to keep expanding on parts of the universe over and over and over and over.
Like, I can totally understand wanting to see finality in a story, a beginning, a middle, and end. That's fine. The thing with comic books is, by their nature, they recycle and they reboot and they reset every 10 or 15 years or so. Or if nothing else, they usually use some sort of mechanism to try and take the story in another direction. Batman's been 34, 35 years old for how many years now?
Oh,
like
my
40
God.
years old or whatever like that. They only rarely ever actually mention anyone's age. Everyone stays the same age for the longest time. That's because like the principle of comic book writing, and this is something that I remember from this one interview. I believe it was either Frank Miller or Todd McFarlane. I don't know which of the two, but one of the two guys was saying it. A story in a comic book is happening now, is happening in the present tense. That way, every story is something that's immediate, and if a story is something that, while there's stories and issues that came before it, everything that happens is in the here and now. That's to help bring the reader to the present tense, to bring the reader with a sense of urgency and a sense of reality in a way.
Absolutely, I agree, and I want to add on to that another benefit of having these like shows and the universe, continuing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is to help fill in gaps. To use an example, we haven't watched it yet, but we will. The Black Widow movie is put in place to fill in the gap of what happened to Natasha Romanoff in the events between Captain America: Civil War and the Avengers Infinity War. That movie helps fill in the gaps.
Yes, it does. Now, like we said, we haven't watched it. It just came out this weekend. If you are watching it, enjoy. If you're not watching it, then you can have your opinion. Yeah. That's fine. If you are watching it, don't give spoilers unless people are asking for it.
Don't be an asshole.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Except if it comes from us, because when we watch it, we will be spoilerific about it.
Oh, yes. And we will post it all over. There are spoilers everywhere.
So we'll do it. I don't give a damn. But I think we can go ahead and move to our Well, we have one more thing from Billy on the chat. Speaking of Ms. Marvel, that reminds me of the Square Enix Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy game. We know the former is shit, but what are the latter? And I can't say for certain. Well, we don't know about what's going to be happening with the Guardians of the Galaxy video game yet. It was just got announced recently. It was during the E3 conference. So we can only hope that they took lessons out of Avengers and they're hopefully applying those lessons to what they're going to do in Guardians of the Galaxy. So fingers crossed. I don't know what they'll do, but hopefully they're smart. Hopefully, but I don't know.
Yeah, no. It's.
Oh yeah, and Lady Baron was saying that she saw it today. I know you told me in private. And you said that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you had fun with that movie with Black Widow. I hear some good reviews. I hear folks saying it's not that great. I hear other folks saying, why couldn't we have gotten this earlier, like 6 or 7 years ago? Come the fuck on.
It's caused a divide right now.
Yep. But we'll address that once we've actually been able to watch it and give a proper say.
But one thing we are going to want to touch, or one thing we're going to touch on right now, is the official announcement from Nintendo, the new Nintendo Switch OLED. That's what they're calling it. OLED. OLED. I'm calling it OLED because that's how they spelled it out.
So Jose, OLED is actually how that's said, and and the reason they're calling that is that basically Nintendo made an announcement earlier this week stating that they're going to be releasing a brand new version of the Nintendo Switch.
They just released a video on it, and they gave us like the technical
specifications. Yep.
Yes.
And for $50 more, Jose, the normal U.S. retail price for the Nintendo Switch is $199.99, but for $50 more, you can get the following features. Number 1, you get twice the internal storage. Go ahead and whip that bad boy out. See this bad boy out?
Here it is.
You see? No, that's the thing. I'm talking about the actual Switch.
I'm pulling it out.
No, I mean pull it out of the dock.
All right. Here we go.
You see this bad boy? This is a Switch. This beautiful piece of hybrid handheld and console technology for video gaming entertainment comes with 32 gigabytes of built-in storage. My phone has more than that. My phone has 64 gigabytes of built-in storage on there.
Yeah.
But now, the brand new version of the Nintendo Switch will have 64 gigabytes of built-in storage space in it, too.
No way!
Yeah,
double the storage?
Double the storage!
Man, it's like having 64 gigabytes in my phone. Oh, fucking wait!
Oh, wait. They already do. Oh, no joke. No joke. Me waving this freaking thing around. Guess what? It actually popped up on the screen. You're going to laugh.
What is it?
You're going to laugh.
Hang on.
Where is it? Get back on here. No, this popped up on the screen.
Oh!
The freaking announcement video.
Oh my god.
The actual stinking announcement video. You see that? You can go ahead and put it. Actually, you know what? We can't put it back in the dock yet because... Oh god. Because one of the other big features is this screen over here. What? I have to refocus. My bad.
Yes, please do. All right. There we go. Now we're good.
Now we're pretty.
So,
Pretty
tell
ugly.
Tell us about the screen.
The screen is now, instead of it being a regular LED screen, will be an OLED screen, Jose, which means that you will have higher contrast and you'll have better picture quality in terms of how the actual picture goes in. I don't think you actually let it slip into the dock. Jiggle it real quick. There we go.
Okay, so it has a slightly bigger screen.
Slightly bigger and slightly better screen. It is now 7-inch diagonal measures for the actual screen. And what's more, folks, the docking port will also come with an Ethernet cable for online playability. No more will you have to worry about plugging into your Wi-Fi on your Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
If you're docked in, it will have a dedicated plug for your internet on there.
Okay, on that part, I will give kudos to, and it's about damn time that they implement that into their consoles.
Well, it's not really that much of a problem. Do you know why it's not that much of a problem?
Why?
May I tell you?
Why?
Get a load of this. It's not that much of a problem because there are such things as adapters. There is an adapter that you can get very easily, very inexpensively that plugs up an Ethernet cable up to the USB Type-C port that's in the dock which is normally used for charging and for just charging.
Yeah,
you can just plug that bad boy up and you'll be fine. I know. And what's more, you still get to play your Nintendo Switch in beautiful, crispy, clear 720p with 30 frames per second. Barely regular high resolution. You have a nicer screen, you have twice as much storage, and you're paying $50 more, but you're not getting that much more in terms of performance on this thing. Look at that. They pissed his A off so hard that he's showing his eyeballs at you. Maybe I should do the same.
Seriously?
I can't see shit, Captain.
Seriously? Is that the best you guys can
Yes,
do?
seriously. Why don't you go ahead and read the rest of the details off of the IGN article you pulled up?
Yeah, because let me read the article out here.
I'm seriously blind as a bat. All I see is a very handsome hairy Blur on one side and an equally handsome bald Blur on the other.
All right, so this article was updated on July 9th, and it literally says Nintendo Switch OLED hands-on. We compared it to the original. Let's see. Okay, this is from Tom Marks. So, yeah, while I was playing on the old
Mark. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I don't know who this guy is. I'm not gonna insult him.
While I was playing the OLED Switch, the announced OLED Switch earlier this week, the grass quite literally looked greener. I took a chance to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Let me see. Does it have specific bullet points, or he just writes it all? Okay. Yep.
It's giving a review, Joe.
Okay.
That's a review. Oh, I forgot. You know how when you take your Switch out, guys, and you want to play out in the world, and it's got a little kickstand in the back, that thin, wimbly little thing that pops out? Now the new kickstand for $50 more will be wider. It's going to be wider, making it more stable and more protective when you prop this bad boy up. Can we pull the Switch one more time?
Pull the Switch one more time, but I'm not going to read any more of these articles. I'm not going to give credence to these video game journalists.
I think more to the point is that you need to actually see like the look up like the Switch technical specification thingy.
Yeah.
So you could actually see. Folks, here's a little thing. Yes, we got the Breath of the Wild version. No, I'm not sorry. You can eat my ass if you don't like it. But you see this little flippy doodle here? That's the normal kickstand. For $50 more, you get a slightly wider kickstand. So much fun, Nintendo! God!
All right.
I'm not even going to bother putting it back. I'm just throwing it in my box.
All right, here we go. Nintendo has confirmed that the Switch OLED price of $349.99.
Wait, $349? I thought it was $249.
It's $349.
Oh!
It's straight from NintendoLife.com, and it was updated on Thursday.
You're fucking kidding me!
I kid you not.
What?
Yep, and it has the same
so it's not $50 more, it's $150 more.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Oh boy, you ready to spend all that much money?
Fuck that. Okay, no.
You know what I could be doing with $350?
What?
I wouldn't buy that fucking console. That's one thing.
No, you can buy yourself, like, literally, K-Storm and I, we were looking up our Amazon wish list and stuff we wanted. We found this neat little free weight set with adjustable weights on there that you just lock in the handlebar.
That would be cool. I would like
it. It runs at $349 on Amazon. So you could get that, or you could get this new slightly better Switch.
So yes, as Juan pointed out,
go figure.
This article from Nintendo Life pretty much details the same specs as Juan mentioned. 7-inch OLED screen. The standard console has a 6.2-inch, so wow, a 0.8-inch difference. Wider kickstand, enhanced audio through new built-in speakers.
Oh yeah, the audio's better.
And an LAN port in the dock.
That would be the Ethernet plug.
That'd be the Ethernet, yes. And yes, it's 7. Yep. Let's see. However, it seems to have fallen short of the hype surrounding the rumored Switch Pro offering a 720 pixels image on its screen and a 1080 image when docked and played on your TV. Yep. Let's see. Nintendo has confirmed that the CPU and RAM has remained unchanged when compared to the original Switch model. And really, that's not much else to say. It just details the specs and the price, and $350 for a fucking console with not that much of a difference to the original. I'm sorry. I'm not spending that much money on it.
Okay. I understand the desire for keeping the console mobile and portable because it's fucking awesome. I truly believe that the that the generation of handheld consoles from Nintendo, which ended with like the 3DS and the 3DS Lite and the 2DS and all that stuff, it's gone by the wayside, and bringing the handheld games together with the console games in the form of the Nintendo Switch is probably the smartest move Nintendo could make, by having one dedicated console system that could be portable and that could be home entertainment. Hybriding the two together, in my opinion, was probably the smartest thing they've done. But for years, Nintendo has always built their consoles and operated them with one hand tied behind their back. Like, they know they can, they have the ability, they have the power, they have the money, believe me, they have the fucking money to build consoles that can run at 4K, that can run with like Dolby Digital surround sound system when docked over here. Now, that have stronger processing, so you don't have lag going on in the frame rate of the gameplay, that doesn't have any sort of drifting going on with the Joy-Cons. That would be your Joy-Cons slipping out of sync.
Right.
Now, when they were starting with like remote controls, like handheld remotes, like with the Nintendo Wii, when they were starting with that stuff a couple years back, what was it, 15 years ago?
15 years ago, yeah.
Good God, I'm old.
2006, 2005.
Yeah, that stuff could be understood because it was the first time they were working on it. So they were tweaking the Wii. They were tweaking the handheld control system. They tweaked it. They kept working on it. They got it over to the Wii U. They got the Wii U gamepad over here that's handheld on it, and it also plugs up to the console, and it's got a built-in screen. So, like, they have progression, but it's not nearly enough progression to justify the amount of money people are spending on the console. And now they're asking for gamers to pay $150 more on a console that does not have improved graphics, improved memory, improved built-in storage. I'm not that big of a graphics junkie. Like, okay, playing at 4K, super high def resolution, that's not like the biggest concern for me. But I know that there are folks who are, especially if you're trying to play the competitive games like Fortnite and League of Legends and stuff that is on the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
So, like, I know I'm not trying to capitalize, but I'm trying to like give context on this stuff.
No. You're giving good context, and you're absolutely right.
Nintendo knows how to build the console that people are expecting from them.
They choose not to. They're choosing to stick to the same formula because as of right now, as far as Nintendo is concerned, that formula is still helping them in drawing a profit, because there are still people out there who will purchase their products and they will not question any of what we just discussed. What's the saying? Oh yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Okay. Just to give a point. Everyone who knows anything about digital media knows what this is, right? You guys know what this is?
Yep. Oh, here we go. It is a micro SD card. How many gigabytes of space is in that card, Juan?
The same amount that's inside the built-in storage of a Nintendo Switch. The average Nintendo Switch, 32 gigabytes. You see how tiny, you see how small that is?
It's so tiny, so small.
It's so small.
But go on.
We've gotten to a point where technology has caught up with our expectations. This bad boy fits in a Switch because we've got one in our Switch right now. And if I remember correctly, I was pretty sure that we got one set up with 250 gigs of storage on it. I don't remember, but the point is we can get built-in storage that small built into the hardware of the Nintendo Switch. It is possible. Why isn't Nintendo doing that? I'm not even going to go ahead and rag on them over the fact that they've got a portable console, but every single game that you can play on the Nintendo Switch, you can play on an iPhone. You can play it on a damn Samsung phone like we do. You can play it on a PC. So that's another check mark for Angel and his PC master race, damn it. But the point is,
yeah.
They can play every single one of those games, and they can play them at the highest resolution possible with no lagging and no problems with the frame rate, and the games will run like a dream. But Nintendo is choosing not to live up to that.
And I think
it's
I
not
have
from a lack of resource.
And I think
They're taking our money.
No,
They're fleecing me dry.
One, I think I also have a second explanation that might go with this. And
What?
I'm actually glad that you touched on that. The whole idea of like having, because PlayStation has done it. So, well, as far as we know, PlayStation and Xbox has done it. Like they've expanded the video gaming experience so you can play it on your phone. I mean, come on, Lyra has that experience. That's what you're alluding to, right? Or that's what you were alluding to?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay, never mind.
I was stuffing my mouth with a ding dong here to give us this platform because I've been pontificating enough.
But I'll give an explanation of what I meant. I mean that the CPUs in the RAM that's inside an average high-end smartphone,
Yeah,
even a goddamn iPhone because fucking Apple,
go on.
those have better processing power than a Nintendo Switch.
Again, they don't want to change the formula. I think it's also a matter like I don't know why they wouldn't want to take that. Why they wouldn't want to take that leap. I mean, as far as other video game providers go, Sony and Microsoft, they've already taken that leap and they've been able to turn a profit. There's no reason why Nintendo would not want to try and do it. I mean, man. And earlier I was going to make an argument because and I misheard you because I thought that you had alluded to what I just said about playing Nintendo video games on other devices, which sounds cool in theory, but Nintendo likes to keep things exclusive to Nintendo only stuff.
Yeah, no, they do. That's just it. And okay, so let me see if I have 75 there. Okay, so this is a 128 gig memory card on here.
Yes.
That's my bad. Okay, that's not even the point. That's not even the point of any of this stuff. The point of all of this is Nintendo has the power to make these things run just as well as high-end consoles like PS4 or an Xbox One. I'm not going to talk about the next-gen ones like the PS5 and the Xbox One X or whatever. But they can match the software and hardware capability. And the fact that they were able to set up on a portable console, that is a feat in and of itself. But the fact that they continue to this day building and designing consoles with one hand tied behind their back, that just goes to show there's an ideology and there's a thought process that Nintendo needs to get with the times on, and they definitely need to work on that.
It does sound that Nintendo is becoming very stagnant in their technological practices when it comes to developing these consoles.
Yeah,
and the only thing that's keeping them afloat is
their name value
and the video game announcements that they've been putting out. The video game announcements and additional DLCs.
For the record, I still love Nintendo. I still have no problem.
We all love Nintendo, yes.
And that ain't even going to be an issue. But the fact of the matter is these guys really do need to step up their game. But we want to hear what you think. Let us know in the comments below about the announcement of the new upgraded Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming out. Tell us your thoughts. If you could design the perfect Nintendo console, how would it work out? What would be your ideal take on Nintendo?
If you say 32 gigs, I'm unfollowing you.
No, for real.
But for real, we want to hear your thoughts about this. What did you think? When you first saw the video, the announcement that came out, are you actually going to look forward? Are you actually going to go with the benefit of the doubt and buy the Nintendo Switch OLED from these guys? Let us know in the comments. And speaking of comments...
Yep, speaking of comments over here, definitely checking out the comments below. Let's see. Billy on the chat was saying they're milking it like Bugfesta. Milking Skyrim in terms of the platform release. You can now play Skyrim on your Tamagotchi. I remember that. You can now play Skyrim on Zoom. That was fucking hysterical.
That was cool.
Also, fuck iPhones. Their batteries suck dick compared to some Android phones. My phone has more than the iPhone 12 Pro Max. He's also saying frame rate is more important to me than anything, which is why I prefer PCs over any platform. Goddamn PC master race.
I know, right? But go
God
on.
Damn it, Billy.
God damn it.
God damn it. Well, I know
Billy
Angel
might
would be
be
all over it.
Yeah,
I know he would love you
be,
for that.
Billy and Angel would be like the PC pen pals.
Yep, if they weren't trying to kill each other first. Like Angel has already gone on record saying that like he would want to have legendary battles with Billy. You want to go over and fly over and try to do Liam Neeson Taken on his ass, like whatever. But I don't know. But that's just how we show our affection to our fans. Also saying here. Yeah, that's one of the many reasons, but won't go into depth because some may think I'm a PC Master Race virgin and I have no time. LOL. Oops. That's my bad.
Go on.
Also, there's some asshole over here. I ain't even gonna bother reading his shit. So you know what?
Oh wait. I want to read what it says.
Oh, you want to read it? You can read it.
I'll read it, but don't delete it yet. I just want to read the asshole comment. Hang on. Just let me see. Where is it?
Okay. No, here you go. I'll let you see. But he wants to be an asshole. This is one of the things that we were dealing with on Geeks 5 Ever last night, so I'm not dealing with this asshole.
Yeah, don't even give it. Yeah, don't even. We're not going to put him on. You can fuck
go
off.
Like NSYNC and bye.
Bye. We're not going to have that shit on our threads. Please be nice in the comments.
Like, not even like.
Or rather, don't be an asshole in the comments.
Like, you want to give commentary? You can go ahead and give commentary. You can have your opinion on what we're talking about. You can have your opinion about us. But the fact of the matter remains, if you're going to be an asshole about it, don't bother. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you trying to waste our time? What's your fucking problem? Your fucking problem is you're a fucking dick. You're a fucking cocksucking asshole who's got no life. So you can go piss up a flagpole.
Exactly. And
Billy even took this guy on. He's like saying, "Why are you here then?"
Yeah, Billy. Billy, I rescind everything I said about going to Egypt and tracking you down.
No, you don't.
Immediately.
No, you don't. You're still gonna go to Egypt. Back. You're still going to Egypt. I'm still sending you there. But you're just going to go there
as a vacation?
No.
Ha 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 ha. Give me a freaking break.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no, I guess we've actually managed to cover a lot in a relatively short amount of time.
Oh yeah, we're like 8:45, so yeah.
We usually start wrapping up at 9 p.m. anyways.
But you know what? It's all right. It's okay because it's been another awesome week of nerd news. I actually did enjoy trashing Anime Matsuri. It deserves all the dumpster firing that it gets.
Why are you pointing at the ground?
I don't know, man. I'm pointing at random. I'm trying something different. I don't want to chop my hands, so I'm trying a different approach.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Listen.
It was a really good race.
All right, listen. No, I'm glad that we trashed Anime Matsuri. I swear, the individuals running the con are absolute scum. Scum. And I really hope and I pray the day that con
this
goes
fucking
out
asshole
of business.
over here trying to come in with trying to dislike us. Please
go right ahead. We don't give.
You gave us
fuck.
Views. You gave us views. Appreciate it, bitch.
We are living rent free in your head because you can't stop watching us. But that being said, dialing it back, I am also excited for the new announcements out here, not counting the Nintendo Switch OLED. You bet your ass that we're going to be plugged in and watching all the new shows from Disney+, Star Wars Visions, Marvel's What Ifs. Hell, we're already watching Marvel's Loki's, and it is... Low-key.
Or I guess we could talk about the fact that there's low keys, plural.
Right. But no, it has been exciting. And like I said, next week we're going to have all hands on deck. Los Amigos Play will be back next Saturday. And we will continue Doom 2016 on the PS4. And we'll also have another exciting episode of Wrestle Rewind where I will be covering Night 1 of AEW's Fyter Fest. And I'll be covering that Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. And of course, we'll also have another exciting episode of the Ravens Flock, which is 1 week before MetroCon 2021, which is in Tampa. And the dates for MetroCon, I believe it's going to be in the last weekend of July, but I want to be specific because I like being specific. Specifics. Here we go. It'll be on July 23rd to the 25th at the Downtown Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida. We will be there. We will, because we are starving for attention. We are starving to see all the nerds around us, whether it's local and abroad. It doesn't matter.
You can believe this. The Ravens Flock will be at MetroCon. We didn't get in to try to go in for press this year or anything big or crazy like that, namely because we wanted to go ahead and reintegrate and reintroduce in the experience with fellow convention goers. We're getting tickets just like everyone else. We're going there just like everyone else to take photos, take videos, talk to people. I've got at least 2 friends that I want to try to meet up with.
Yes.
I know that there's going to be a big photo shoot of Bleach cosplay that is being dedicated to our late friend James Wood. I'm definitely going to be there in order to take photos there.
So
in
am
spirit.
I actually want to see that. I really want to see that. It's a it's a shame that I wasn't able to put a cosplay together in a matter of weeks, but nevertheless, I do want to see it. It's going to be a huge turnout, and I'm really, 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 really excited for
But
it.
2 weeks after that, after MetroCon, we've got 2 conventions in Orlando back to back. The first one is going to be at the first weekend of August. That's going to be Omni Fandom Expo in Kissimmee
yes.
at the Days Inn in Celebration, Florida. And of course, there's MegaCon Orlando, which is the week after, and that's going to be held at the Orlando Convention Center. You can expect to see the Ravens flock at least the entire weekend of Omni, and at least in one day at MegaCon Orlando. You better believe we're going to be there. And if you find yourself there, say hello. Look for us. We're going to be wearing our flag. We're going to be wearing our colors.
It is going to be hard to miss this bird. You can't miss it. It is
I'm like
huge.
Superman in here.
It is freaking huge. But we
Okay,
are
you
going to
could
be
stop trying to sound like a Boston guy. It's friggin' huge. Yeah,
there.
Boston.
Oh, I wasn't trying to
You were
sound
saying like
Boston guy.
Boston.
Oh, well, I don't like
Fucking
Boston.
Well, I don't like Boston either.
So, all right, but I think that pretty much wraps it up. Juancho, go ahead and plug us away.
Before I do, last things on the chat to get us wrapped up. I went ahead and put this asshole out of our misery. Lady Baron, she agrees with you with me on this guy being an asshole. Billy, low keys, fuck my balls. That hurt. That hurt from that. It hurt from that pun. And Lady Baron saying I'm so behind on Loki, and Billy saying I hate you, want you for those for that pun. You're welcome. First is my friends. Now it's you pulling puns. Yes, I speak in puns. Jose's Jose's native language is punish. I would say
I'm being lax about it now, but
I would say punishment, but you're not here smelling that breath.
well, very fun. Well, no, I'm not even trying right now, but yes, on a good day, you will hear nothing but puns coming out of me, and Juan can tell you this.
And Lady
from
Baron
experience.
was also trying to say won't be able to come to MetroCon. Wish I could be part of the Bleach photo shoot. Will be missed, Lady Baron.
You will be there in spirit.
Indeed. All right. So I guess with that in and out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up.
Go right ahead, man.
Thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona and myself, Juan Arouse, where we discuss all the latest news in geek culture, anime culture, everything in between with sci-fi, movies, TV shows, pro wrestling, even video game culture as well. And we invite you to help us out every single week on the chat as we strive ever since 2013
to make your voice our mission.
And of course, we invite you to continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline, and of course, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, this has been another exciting edition of our flagship show, and we appreciate each and every person who has commented on our episode and watched us and subscribed to us. Nerds all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.